change the battlefield equation. That is key and vital if we're going to succeed in having Russia Assad leave.
This sets up debate and a vote in the overall Senate next week. McCain thinks an Oval Office address by the Commander-in-Chief would certainly help, Shep.
And if the original resolution was not to have regime change, this amendment certainly suggests that it is now. And over on the House side, they're doing some debate and questions.
Well, that's right. We heard a lot of skepticism from House lawmakers, both Republicans and Democrats, including what happens if a military strike leads to a broader war in the Middle East. Here's a sample of congressional concern.
My concern is any strike against this regime, as bad as it is, will empower these radical Islamists, these extremists. And we've seen this movie before. We've seen Afghanistan. We've seen what happened in Egypt. We saw what happened in Libya. We saw what the Arab Spring has brought us, and it's not good. They filled the vacuum.
Mr. Secretary, you said the world is watching what we are doing, but I've yet to hear some concrete things of what the world is doing. I'm fearful that they will isolate the United States, where we are only doing something unilaterally, while the world just sits back and watch.
Meeks is worried about the United States going it alone and Americans making all of the sacrifice. From the tone of what we've heard today, it sounds like there is big work ahead to get approval in the House. Shep.
And Mike, lots of questions about what all of this would cost. And today, the Secretary Hagel gave us an estimate of a price tag. And we heard some surprising news about who all of a sudden is willing to pay for it. We'll go to the Pentagon coming up inside Fox Report. First, though, President Obama says he always reserves the right to take action on his own to protect America's national security. But he also says he did not ask for a debate in Congress just for show. And he claims it's not his credibility at stake here because he didn't set the red line about chemical weapons.
I didn't set a red line. The world set a red line. The world set a red line when governments representing 98% of the world's population said the use of chemical weapons are banned and passed a treaty forbidding their use even when countries are engaged in war. Congress set a red line when it ratified that treaty.
So he says the credibility of Congress and the United States and the entire world is on the line in Syria, not his. Team Fox coverage continues. Wendell Gold traveling with the president in Stockholm. Wendell?
Shepard, the president used part of his time on this stop in Sweden, which he scheduled